But you really want your heels underneath your knees. And look at your hips. Let's just move forward and back into our in and out of our neutral. So passing through our neutral, we go into N and then back to C. So up we go and back. One more time. Now let's find our neutral for today. Shoulders back and down. Just give me a little side bend. As you come into the centre, I want you to stand up nice and tall. Right. One more time. Out to your right. And both arms up, and then to the next side. From here, I'm going to roll down halfway hold. Stop at this position, okay, and then just begin to go into your flexion and extension. Flexion and extension. One. And last one. From that position, just take your right hand to the side of your head and then drop it down. So that's going to be the rotation. Up and away. So we're going to drop down and then open back. Right. Drop down. And there we go, open back. And then take your hand down and then jump to the other side. So we drop down and open. We're going to do two more. Come down as far as you can and then lift up to the top. And again, down we go. And I'm going to place the hand down and then I'm going to sweep the right arm up. I'm just going to come slightly past shoulders, yeah, just slightly past shoulder height. Up we go. So I'm forcing it slightly out of range. Then I'm going to take my right arm out into a lateral abduction to the side and then to the other side. Okay. And then from there, I'm going to bring it round into a circle in front of me and place it down. And the other way around. Down into the circle and then place it down to the chest. And let's roll it up. I want you to have that sort of nice strong connection into the centre. Now, as you're holding that connection, I want you to just drop your neck, the neck, your chest, and this is release any tension in your neck. What happens? And then, what happens if we're carrying tension? It will be based around this area around the neck and the upper back. And then it will resonate down into our spine. So if you have any tightness in your lower back, any part of your back does not feel quite right at the moment, maybe you're carrying tension. Okay, let's just pull it down, around one side and around the other. Release the neck through. Another thing that happens is when we're working on weights, we tend to just head shut, tense up through the neck, and around and then just lift up, head on top of the horizon, and shoulders back and down. Let's take the right arm into the front raise, open the chest, and then carry in and lower, and then the other side. We're going to come up and open, and let's do them together. We're going to come up and open, and then in and down, and I'm going to bring myself down into a little seat. So you're not going to come down too far. Okay, let's do that again. So front raise, let's open, then in and down. Now you're going to do a squat. Okay, sit down up and leave the arms where they are. Open. Now from here, open your door. And then to the other side. And then lower the arms down. Let's start again. You do a front raise and open. So you come back in and down. You do a little squat down. You hop the arms forward. You lift back up. And then you open your door right. and then you open your doorway. You're going to take the arms down to the side of you. You're going to go into a side bend right and then to a side bend left. You're going to bring the arms up in front of you. You're going to lift up and then you're going to bring them down, back down in front of you. You're going to roll all the way down towards the floor. Then you're going to roll it back up. Inhale, exhale, rolling it back up. Shoulders back and down and make a lovely big circle. Okay, so down onto the right and then down onto the left. Take your arms up in front of you, then bring them down. But this time keep your hands close to the body as you roll down. Roll down, roll down, and then just roll it back. Before you circle the shoulders, gently put them back and down. Inhale, exhale, and lower. Give me a right knee raise, and then a left knee raise. Okay, and again. So we're going to do a little bit of a balance work out here. Okay, and again. So working gently through that hip flexor. And then how about going out to the side? That's it, out to the side. And again. 3. 4. And then how about hip extension? Squeezing the muscles and keeping everything nice and simple. Flowing one to the other. All right. And then how about a little calf raise? Lift up to the top, lower the heels, and come down. Yeah? So lift up, calf raise, lower, and come down. Let's do a knee lift. So a knee lift. Move your right leg out into a hip abduction. Move the right leg into a hip extension. And you're going to lift the arms up into your lovely little calf raise, and then come down. And we're going to go on to the other side. 2, 1, and out to the side. 2. We're going to take it back to plank. 3. You're going to lift the arms up before pelly, then go into a calf raise. Lower the arms down, and then through. Okay, let's lower down halfway. Take your right arm through, bend the knees, and then open back. And again, so thread the needle. Two onto the other side. Lock through, thread the needle, and open. And again, thread the needle, and open. Hands now on the side. Let's start to work with the knees just gently. So I'm going to step and curl. That's a step and curl. Just to get all that synovial fluid lubricating our hinge joints. Yeah, knees and elbow are hinge joints. Okay, we're going to go out into a little step. We're going to do a step together, step together, step together, step together, hold it here. Look around the right arm, look around the left arm, and then do a double. 1, 2. Tap forward on the right, opposite arm, the other side, and just a little tap. 1. And then I'm going to step forward with a knee raise. So step knee, lift it back, step knee, lift it back, step curl, step 1, 2, 3, 4, single arm back, and then 2 goes. 1 and 2. Tap it forward. 1, 2, 3. That's it. And then step and a knee raise, step and knee, take it back, step and knee, 3 repeats. I'm going to do 3 knees with 1, 2, 3, step back, other side, step 1, 3, get this hip flexor working, 3, step back, step curl. We're going to bring the arms down now, 2, 3, single over, step 1, 2, 3, 4, lovely. Take your knee up. Instead of a tap, you do 4 knee raises. Yeah, so let's move from a tap. If you want to do the tap, you can. Get forward on the right, knee raise on the left. Do it onto the other side. And then you're going to do 3 repeaters. You do 1, 2, 3. Come back, other side. Step 1, 2, 3, come back. Lovely. Take your arms up. So we just elevated your heart just a little bit. Up we go and lower. Let's roll all the way down to the floor. All the way down. Inhale, exhale, and then bring that back down. Open your arms. Forward and open back. And then forward. Inhale. Open up. Put your right arm across and your left arm across, allowing the thoracic to move freely. Bring it forward again. So 1 and 2. Again, 3 and 4. Allow the thoracic to move. 1, 2, 3. Bring your arms down. Give me a front raise, open the chest. Back in and lower. Give me a little sit down squat. Leave the arms where they are. Stand up, open door. 1 and 2. Lower the arms at the side of you. Give me a side bend right and a side bend left. Lift the arms up in front and give me a full roll down, but bringing the hands down in front of you. Slowly, slowly down. Slowly down, putting on those tummy muscles. Inhale, exhale, and then take it back up. Shoulders back and down and circle the arms forward. There we go. Lovely. Let's take the legs up nice and wide. Let's do a little open out the hips. Go back. Press down, not too far. Open out. So you want to feel the stretch into the inner thigh. Open up. Out we go to the right side. Out we go to the left. Bring it into the center. You can step in or jump. Okay, guys, take your one hand weight. All right, so take one hand weight to the finger. So just one. So we're going to take the hand to the side of the head. We're going to go out into a little side bend, just as we were doing earlier. And we did lots of side bend, see without the weight. So you come down, and I'm going to do 2 more. I'm going to sort of target my right side first, and then we're going to go over to the left. I'm going to bring the arm down. I'm going to bring the weight up in front of me, and then lower down. So I'm coming into a front raise. So you can see my hammer. I'm just going up to shoulder height, and then lowering down. Up to shoulder height. Lower down, one more time, lift and lower. I'm going to take it into the other side. Take 2 movements. We're going to do a side bend, and then we're going to do our front raise. 3 left. That's 1, and 2, and then 1 more. Okay, and then you're going to do your front raise. You're going to go up and lower. Up and lower. 2 more. 1, 2. Now we're going to take the weight back into it, the right hand, and the weight is just going to be inside to the side, and we're going to up into that way. So again, when you're using the wrong weight, you haven't got so much of a swing of momentum. Take the weight up. And sometimes you think one way. This feels actually harder than taking it one more than 2 weights. And it would be even harder if I was going to kneel you down onto the floor or sit you on a chair. And then the weight would feel harder. And again, so you just haven't got, when you've got both weights and you've got the momentum to do this, yeah, the weight will feel lighter and you'll feel that in a moment. Just 2 more, and lift. Now notice I'm not pulling up and then moving my posture. The weight is going to come into both hands, and then you're going to roll it around. So you're going to take it into that halo, all the way around, and then back over onto your right side, and then back over onto your left side. I'm going to take the weight down into the right hand. I'm going to do an upright row. So it's going to come up, just about the chest height, up, elbow wide. That's it. 3 and 4. I'm going to change sides. I'm going to come up for 1, and then I'm going to take add in our second weight. I'm going to take the weight down in front of us. The elbows are going to be nice and tight. I'm going to come in with a very simple bicep curl. This is a great way of teaching because bicep curl, for one, is your elbows tucked in. When somebody's got 2 weights, they kind of do this. Yeah? The elbows are flying all over the place. The elbows need to be, the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in as you bring the weight up and then out as you come down. It should feel so nice here. And this is not hard. This is not hard for any of us. Yeah? All right, now we're going to come up and then we're going to take the weight, we're going to lift it up above the head. I'm going to bring it down behind me, but let it again, another great tool with the weight. And you see that my elbows, let's step back a minute, my elbows are staying nice and close to my head. So I'm going to hit the back of the arm into the triceps. So what's going on now? We've done the bicep. Now we've got the triceps. So one muscle, so our both muscles opposite can't contract. So it's called reticular inhibition. So what happens now is our tricep is working, contracting, shortening and lengthening those muscle fibers. But the opposite muscle, which is our bicep, which is working, is now relaxing. Okay? So there we go. A little bit of and then bring it up and over. Keep the elbows being nice and close to you, and then take it down. Okay. Now let's go. Let's try these stepwise. One step at a time on the floor, and stand on the right. And let's park our feet underneath our head and get the shoulders back and forth. Same thing. Now with the bicep, we're going to stay in. And I'm going to take it up. Now I can take it in lots of ways. What variety of taking the bicep? Personally, I just like to do that. I go a little twist at the edge. It feels lighter on the wrist. That's all. It just feels not putting pressure on my wrist as I just do that little turn. Again, it's up to you. I just want you to do the exercise correctly. Right? And correct means putting those elbows in your posture. And when you place your weights on your shoulders, really hasn't got a massive impact there. It's still hitting that brachialis, right? We're right into that brachialis. So I'm going to step out on my right, and I'm going to take the arms down. I'm going to bring the right arm round into a prism curl. So now I'm adding in rotation. You see I'm coming round. I'm pushing away, a little bit of a tricep, back into a bicep. This is called our prism curl. We've done this before. And again, round we go, and lower. One more time, round we go, lower down. Placing that weight into your thigh, and then coming up to the other side. I'm going to do 4 more. So I'm going to come up onto my shoulder and take it away. I've got 3 left to do into my little prism curl. And I'm really hoping that somewhere in your room, you're going to be able to find a chair in a moment. So start thinking about trying to find it, looking around, or a little stool. Something for you to sit on, all right? So just even put a pile of cushions on the floor, I don't mind, all right? But just think about something that I want you to sit on. Okay, no, there's your bicep. Now take it up onto the shoulder, lift up, and then going straight into your triceps. So remember, biceps, triceps. One is relaxing, one is contracting, reciprocal inhibition. There we go. And again, so breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. When we do a bicep curl, there are lots of other muscles. It's not just a bicep working. There's other muscles that assist, yeah? And going to help you lift it with the weight. So if I really wanted to go deep into my bicep, right? Go deep into my bicep. Let me show you an exercise. So go and get a little chair or some cushions, something for you to sit on. Okay. I'm just chosen a little stool, right? In it, a little stool. It doesn't matter what it is, right? You're going to sit onto the stool, and I'm going to take my weight, open my leg just here, and I'm going to take my arm on the inside of my thigh, okay? So there's now no momentum. I'm glued into the side of my thigh, okay? From here, I'm going to lift it up into the shoulder, yeah? Now, this is a pure, concentrated bicep curl, right? So there's no momentum of body weight, pushing, pulling. This is pure into the brachialis, yeah? So there we go. Push into the thigh, lift away, yeah? This is called a preacher curl. So we've done a prison curl, that's right, prison curl, and now we're doing a preacher curl. So it will be, I would really like you to do this. I mean, this is probably a little bit too light. It is for me, this weight is too light. But this is where you can, if you really want to go for some further definition, really want to load, I would go as heavy as I can on this, okay, on a preacher curl. One more time. But I want you to feel the difference in the two. Go on to the other side. So let's press in, get your elbow in there, and then lift up. I want you to feel the difference between the two. So there's no swing, you're pushing back and open, yeah? And again, up we go. And now, you've got 4 left. There's pure concentration right into that brachialis. There we go. 2 more. 1. It's like a little bit of a combination of a prison curl as well. Focus by bringing it up right into their shoulder. Lovely. As we're on our seats, all right, as we're on our seats, let's stay here. You know, I said to you about weights feel heavier when we're sitting down. Lat raise. Lat raise. Now in your lat raise, this weight is going to be at least ½ a kilo heavier. Pick both arms up. Up we go. Definitely. I would even say, with both arms coming up to the side, I would say even possibly a kilo heavier. And one more time. All right. Front raise on the right. 4, 1, 2. And another thing as well, when you're great, see the exercises are great, you know, when you want heavier weight, you're going to feel heavier, but it stops all of the swinging. It stops all of your swinging, and also it's better on your back, right? So it's fine care. You're not swinging, it's forcing you into one position. And again, and I know when I hurt my back a little while ago, I went back to these exercises. The only way I was going to start them again was and stay really still into that neutral. One more time. There we go. And now take the weights onto the floor. Okay, come off your little step. Come onto all fours. Okay. From there, you're just going to come into your flexion and extension. Come on. Tuck the toes underneath you. Push up into your downward dog. And then walk your hand into your feet. Roll it up. Roll it up. All the way to the top. Okay, now we're going to be ready to go down onto the mat. So taking your mat in front of you. Having your knee ball close. All right, so move back down. All right, we're going to come back down onto our mats together. You all with us? Okay, let us begin. Inhale up and exhale. Down. There we go. Hold it there. Give yourself a little shake. From you, and then push into your downward dog. Start to pedal quickly. And more. Down onto the floor, taking your hands just under your shoulders. And then first of all, what is to trace the floor. Okay, just trace the floor. And then trace the floor. And then bring that in. And then come back into your child's pose. So let's lift up one arm and one leg. So the thumb is coming up to the ceiling and the heel is coming away. All right, so my toe is facing down to the ground. I'm going to bring my hand under and I'm going to touch my knee and I'm going to take that away. So spine held, touch and take it away. Right, and again, bring it in. And again, remember last week we were talking about balance challenge. So the less of us on the mat, the harder it is. Place that down, other side. So lift up, tuck it under, and you will find that one side is more achievable than the other. Balance. Placing the head down in front of you, and then just begin to go back into it. Okay, right. Let us lie down. So, change my notes a moment. I'm going to take both weights. I'm going to take both weights. Just come away from my door. Too close. Keep the ball close. Take the weights together and come down on your back. Okay. I'm going to take the weights. Only have a little bit of room here. I'm going to take the weights up to the top. I'm leaving my body in a neutral position. My feet are on the floor. My feet are exactly where I want them to be. All right, you can find the place that you want them to be. I'm going to come into a pull over. I'm going to pull back and then come over. Okay. I'm going to take the weights back. It's not a tricep. Notice that the arms are not locking out the elbows. Everything stays strong, but it's not in a locked position. Now let's move this rotate into a single leg tabletop. So when I come back, I'm going to lift my right leg into the tabletop and I'm going to lower it down to the other side. Lift it into the tabletop and then lower it down. Okay. The tabletop and then lower down. One more time. Tabletop and then lower down. Now just keep those feet onto the floor. Take both weights behind you and then just place them onto the floor. I don't mind how you do it, hands on top of the weights or let that weight be on top of your hand. Take your knees into your chest and then lift your hips away from the floor. Right, so I'm going into a little reverse curl. Now the weights are keeping me anchored into the floor. Yeah, keeping me anchored down into the floor. Lift up. Okay, one more time. And instead of placing the feet down now onto the floor, they're going to stay in a tabletop and I'm going to bring the weights over. All right, so I'm in a tabletop position and the weights are over. I'm going to go into a fly. So I'm opening out the arms and closing. See how I'm doing that? So I'm opening, I'm staying in my tabletop position. I'm staying in a neutral position. I haven't changed. Right, down we go. And close. Open, inhale. And exhale, close. And again, open and close. So why don't we do a tap down on the right? Just as we did before. So tap down, but we did it from the floor to a tabletop. This time, we're doing it from the tabletop to the floor. So tap, and open, close on it, and then tap, and close. Okay, bring the weights down, and then just take them to the side of you. Take the right foot down and then the left foot down. Okay. Open your arm and then just allow your knee to drop open to your right. And then your knee to drop. Now, as I'm doing my knee drop, okay, I'm not rolling over. All right, so this is neutral. I'm staying level. I'm not rolling over. I close. And again, open, close. One more time. So this is quite easy for most of us. We've been on doing it a long time. So let's now take our right leg into a tabletop and then lower that down. Right, so it's now got a little bit harder. Like taking it off the ground. Let's take both legs off the tabletop. Okay. Now do a knee drop over. Harder. Yeah? So much like the thing. You're going to concentrate more on keeping the pelvis in neutral as you open. So when you open your left knee, your right knee doesn't move. It stays there. Yeah, and same side. Stay. Okay. All right. Now, let's make it even harder. Take your right foot down and your left foot down. Place your feet wherever you want to, and then lift up into a bridge, and then lower down. Okay, so you're not going to come all the way to the floor. Just keep a little bit of distance there. There we go. Up. And like that. Right, two more. One. And then hold it up the top. Hold it there. Take the right leg up. Open the knee. In. We're going to do that another time. Open the knee. In. And close. Oh, you see how we've moved? Our knee drop. Open. From on the floor to taking it into a bridge off the floor and lower vertebrae by vertebrae and then roll all the way down. Okay, let's take your mini ball, just take that behind you, and let's now take both weights in there. Okay, this is like the last part. So let's lift the weights up. Let's lift up. Now, again, this is up to you. You're in your own home, you decide. You want your feet on the floor, which you come over. I'm going to do a pullover. I'm going to do a combination of a pullover and a fly and a chest press. Or you want to try it with your legs on the tabletop. If you feel you're so wobbly, and you could possibly drop your weight, I would try one foot on the floor or two, right? Up to you. So I'm going to come back into a little overhead, and I'm going to take it straight into a fly. Yeah. So I'm going to do a tap down on my overhead, and then a tap down on my fly. Yeah. So I'm doing an overhead and a tap down. I'm doing a fly and a tap down. I'm doing an overhead with a tap down, and I'm doing a fly with a tap down. Now I'm going to bring the weights down, so my upper arm is on the mat. I'm going to take my right foot down and my left foot down. I'm going to do a unilateral chest press to begin with. All right, a little chest press. I build this up for us. Up we go. So Let's now take the legs up into a table. Okay? So I'm going to do it unilateral and get used to it, coming off away from the floor. So as you lift, you're squeezing the muscles in the chest. Your knuckles are coming up to the ceiling. Okay. Now why don't we do both arms up? Instead of unilateral, we're going to come both and then lower down. Okay. Lift and lower. Now how about a tabletop tap down? Why don't we do a little tap down? And again, little tap down. Wonderful, well done. And again, tap it down. Just relax the foot as well. You don't need to tense it. Keep it nice and low. Do you want to go harder? If you want to go harder, why don't we do a leg extension? Extend, and then bring that back. Extend, and bring that back. 2 more. 1. And last one. And 2. Okay. Let's take the weights down to the side of you. Let's take the feet onto the floor. Let's lift away from our ball. And take your right ankle over your left knee. And you're going to roll out to your right side. Now shoulders to the left onto the floor. And then up and over, and then over to the other side. Right, back to the top. Place it down, and then the other side. Ankle onto your side. You're going to roll over to your left side first. Again, just try and keep the shoulders onto the ground. And then over to the other side. And try and keep this knee up rather than collapsing down. So a lovely stretch through the hip, through the QL, the quadratus lumborum, all the way down in a little bit of glute as well, out to thigh. Okay, come to the top. Take the knees in and then do a seated position. Take your left leg forward, take your right leg over, right hand, and then left arm, and just press into that side. So when you're push it into it, you're going to feel the stretch. A little bit of glutes, a little bit of abductor, and a little bit of lower back as well. Take that left away, and then the other side, back, and then you can when I'm out of my hand, how you sit with your mind, take an arm across, and then just look over your head. Take the right arm down, and then lean over, stretching out the left side of the back, my work. Okay, to the top, take the left arm across, and then look over your left shoulder.